Best barber alive.
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 BestBarberAlive.com.
Well, I'm based out of San Antonio, Texas. I've been a professional barber for 11 years. I started cutting when I was 12. I'm 34, about to be 35 this year. So it's been a minute since I've had some clippers in my hand, and it's the best decision I ever made. Initially, when I started cutting back home was because, you know, I grew up in the projects, I didn't have much, so couldn't get to the barber shop all the time. So I decided to pick up some clippers and just cut my hair, cut my friend's hair, my brother's hair, you know, all the people around me. And ever since then, it evolved. I've always been an artist since I was young, so I would draw a lot. I'll do a lot of artwork at school and at home, and it just, you know, it was a match made in heaven, man, just being able to be an artist and a barber. So it's been a long time coming. I still continue to perfect the craft in every way, not just in the cuts, but also in the business, mentally, physically, in every way that I can. I try to do better every day. Yeah, when I first started getting a name for myself was because I started doing portraits. What happened was I was doing a lot of freestyle designs, a lot of stars and zigzags and tribal graffiti work, and I saw that a lot of other barbers were doing that on like MySpace and on YouTube. So I decided to find a way to separate myself from everyone. So I started doing like a little bit of 3D work, and then I just got into the portraits. One day I was at the shop chilling with my friend, and he usually gets a bald fade. So I asked him, hey man, let me put a portrait in the back of your head, and he just said, like, go for it. You know, if you mess up, just cut my hair bald and, you know, we'll start over. So that was back in 2006 when I first, you know, I didn't have a blueprint to how to do it. So it took me about 2.5 hours when I did my first portrait, and it was a full body picture of Tony Parker doing a layup. So that was the first thing that I ever did. I never saw another barber do it. So, you know, that's how it all started. I think we've come a long way. I think there's a lot of barbers that have a lot of open opportunities with outside of our market, which means like with TV, you know, fashion, all these things, we make a big impact on the rest of the world that we didn't have. That door wasn't open to us before. So now it's open. Now ESPN knows who we are. Now ABC knows who we are. Now, you know, a lot of corporations can invest money into the barbers because they see that, you know, we're bringing the A game. Not only do we cut hair, but we have a culture. It's a lifestyle. So now everyone knows that. And being on TV with the Cedric Barber battle, that was a big thing for us. So there's a lot of opportunities for barbers that have talent and that have desire that wasn't there before. So now I just want barbers to show that we are professionals, that we're not hustlers, that we're not just doing this as, you know, like a half-ass job type deal, but we do it part-time. This is a lifestyle that you either go in and go all the way or just get out the way, because we don't need people making us look bad and making us seem like, you know, we are those type of people that all we do is smoke weed and just, you know, hang out at this location. We're professionals. We have families to, you know, take care of, and we set a good image for our community, because that's, without the community, we're nothing, you know. So I think barbers right now have that opportunity to make the barber life a little bit better for everyone else, and to set the standard in a profession that people didn't really notice before, but now they can appreciate what we bring to the table. World is someone that I've competed against and that I've learned from is Radames. He's one of the guys that I would say that he's one of the best. If not, you know, if it's not me, it's him. That's a lot better than me. And in different areas, not just portraits, but in all areas, all aspects of being a barber. I think that he's very talented. Getting into that, I knew that I was gonna have to bring it. You know, I respect the dude a lot, but I knew I battled him before. I beat him and he beat me. So this was the one that was gonna break the bread. And hey, whoever wins takes it all. So I really got my mind prepared for the whole battle, and I wasn't nervous, but I was very hungry, because once again I felt like I had to fight for respect. It wasn't about the money so much, so that was just the icing on the cake, but it's the amount of respect that I want from barbers to know, like, I may be 35 or whatever, I'm getting up in age, but guaranteed that I'm gonna bring it. You know, I don't care what people do. I'm like the old Michael Jordan, like I can still ball, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see myself. But I compare myself more to like a Tim Duncan because I'm not flashy. I'm not gonna, you know, carry myself off the court like that. Like, I love what I do, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities until I'm no longer able to. But going into that battle, that's what the way I felt, and winning, it was I was a nervous wreck that day because it was hot. The elements is what killed us. It wasn't even the object of doing the portrait. It was being out in that heat. I mean, if you see the video, I turned like 4 shades darker. I turned more red than darker actually because I was so burnt up, and so was he. That really killed us. At the end of the day, I was so tired because of the sun. But coming out victorious was a blessing from God. I think it was ordained by Him for that to happen, and that's why I give my credit to, no matter what, you know. So winning it was a blessing, not only for me but for my family. Okay, I'm at TDK Barbershop. It's actually a boutique inside Ingram Park Mall. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's The Joe Barber, all one word. On Twitter, it's That Joe Barber. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's The Joe Barber as well. So you Google The Joe Barber, it'll take you to my YouTube, it'll take you to my Facebook. Everything is connected to Google. So just Google The Joe Barber and you'll get all the information you need. If you need to book an appointment, go through Instagram and I have the link on there. I welcome all ages, all ethnicities. If I can't cut it, nobody can. Stay faded.